Hey guys, Wet Movie One back here again for another Blu-ray DVD update video for you guys today. It's been about 2 weeks or so since my last one. Got a nice sized stack of stuff here to talk to you guys about today. Also, I got something in the mail which I'm going to unbubble for you guys at the end of this bad boy. Something very special I got offline, but I'll be unbubbling this at the end, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But if you guys like these videos, definitely give them a thumbs up. And also, as soon as this video gets to 3,000 views, I'm gonna upload the next out and about video I shot with Gabriel going out and about in our old neighborhood, man. It's about 22 minutes long. I just got done editing it. As soon as this video hits 3K, bam, I'll upload that one. But guys, let's get started with it up over here. First up from Scream Factory is a Blu-ray I was very excited about seeing because one of the films I haven't seen in a very long time, and the other film I have never seen until I got this Blu-ray, but I heard nothing but amazing things about it, and that is Troll and Troll 2 here on Blu-ray. Troll here is pretty much about, this young family that's moving in, to this new apartment, and as soon as they go in there, they start witnessing craziness. The young daughter of the family sees a troll and turns into a troll with this little power ring, that she has, and she's going around to each apartment building and, taking each person that's in these different apartments and turning their apartments into troll wonderlands. And the young girl of this family is acting really strange, and the family just doesn't know what to do with her. But it's all about the troll trying to get into each and every apartment in this building, and they got to figure out how to stop it before the troll takes over the whole entire building. It's a really funny it's not funny, but it's a real fun cheese fest that Empire Pictures put out back in the day. That's Charles Band's company, before he turned it into Full Moon. And I always really liked that film, man. I remember owning the DVD of this one, but instead it also comes with Troll 2, which has nothing to do, with the original Troll, but it's considered one of the best, worst movies of all time. Like one of those movies that's so bad it's good, that people always been talking about for years. And I've never seen it until I got this Blu-ray. And I gotta say, yes, it is a horrible movie, and watching it by myself, I didn't really get the full effect of it. I think if I went to a midnight screening of it with a bunch of friends, a bunch of people watching it in the theater, it would have been a lot more. It would be a lot more fun, kind of like the Rocky Horror Picture Show. But Rocky Horror Picture Show is a better movie, but it's pretty much about this family, going on vacation to another house, and as soon as they go there, the young boy of the family is witnessing the spirit of his grandfather, coming back to him, telling him you gotta watch out for your family, make sure they don't eat the food over here, or these ghouls or goblins are gonna come and get you. Because I don't know why they call it Troll 2, because in the movie they call the crazy people in there, the crazy goblins or whatever, they call them goblins instead of trolls. So I don't even know why they call it Troll 2, but it's a really funny cheese fest. Oh my god, they're eating her and they're gonna eat me, oh my god. I'm like, because this is the very first time I've ever seen this movie, and I gotta say, it's so stupid, I kind of dug it, you know what I mean? But I think I would have enjoyed it more if I watched it in a setting with a bunch of other people, laughing at it, you know what I mean? But this cool thing is about this Blu-ray, guys, it comes with, like I said, Troll and Troll 2 on one Blu-ray disc, but it also comes with the tribute documentary film on the making of Troll 2 that was made a couple of years ago, so that's even cooler that they include that in this set right here. But I just want to let you guys all know that Troll and Troll 2 are both out on Blu-ray. And next up over here from Scream Factory also is a movie I kind of wanted to see just because of the cast that's in it. It says Cathy Moriarty and David Keith, and it's called White of the Eye here on Blu-ray. It's pretty much about this couple that's living together in the small town, and there's this killer on the loose that's going around killing women in Indian rituals kind of ways, and the police and detectives in the town are trying to figure out who the killer is, and it's all kind of circling around the lady's husband. And could it be her husband that's committing these crimes in this small town? The small town electrician that goes around to help fixing electricity electrical problems in people's houses. houses, or is it somebody else that's running wild in the town? And it's just, the whole who done it kind of thing. I'm not gonna lie, I was really kind of disappointed in it, kind of let down by it. I like the two cast members in here. Catherine Moriarty, of course, from the movie Casper back in the day with Christina Ricci. She played the Kerrigan Crittenton, from the Casper movies, or the Casper movie. And I just kind of want to see, because I like the people in here, but I was really kind of let down by it. I didn't like the flow, of the whole film. It looks beautiful on Blu-ray, but I don't know. I just, for some reason, I couldn't get into it. But this Blu-ray here has a new high definition transfer from the film negatives, audio commentary track. It's a handful of special features on here, but I really wasn't surprised by this one whatsoever. But this next one up right here, I knew nothing about until I got it, and it's called Bound to Vengeance here on Blu-ray. It's about this young girl named Eve. 9 months ago, she was kidnapped from her family, taken away from society and thrown into this basement of this house and kind of held captive, for 9 months. And at the beginning of this movie, she's breaking free. She's gotten her captor. She's taken him out, and now she's trying to get out and start her own life away from this whole craziness. But the thing is, the place that she was taken to, that she was being held captive at, was in the middle of nowhere. She has nowhere to go, and she finds out while she's there that there's these other girls that have been taken captive also, and she wants to go out there and try to find these girls before they die. And she takes the person that took her captive for all this time on this little journey to find these other missing girls, to try to save as many of these girls as she can. And I thought this one was really kind of cool. It stars that one guy, I forgot his name now. Was it called Richard Tyson? He was also the bad guy in Kindergarten Cop, that's going against Arnold Schwarzenegger in that film. He's the main bad guy. It's like kidnapping these girls and doing this weird crazy stuff to them. And he's the bad guy here, and he was absolutely awesome in this movie. I haven't seen him in a film in many years, and he was just really knocked it out of the park for me in this one. Like I said, I didn't really expect much from this. It was like an IFC midnight film, and I really liked it. I really did. I liked it a lot more than Wide of the Eye. If you guys, if this sounds interesting to you, definitely check it out. It was really worth watching in my opinion here. And next up over here from Warner Brothers is a conclusion, of this trilogy now on Blu-ray, and that is the extended edition Blu-ray of Hobbit, the Battle of the Five Armies here. Of course, this comes with that little leaflet paper thing here, and it comes in this cool, nice little hard case, just like the last two films did for their extended editions and everything like that. This set right here contains 3 Blu-ray discs. 1 is the feature film, and 2 special features discs with 9 hours of behind-the-scenes special features on here, like the parentheses volume, like 11 and 12 or something like that. Yeah, 11 and 12, which is like a super in-depth look on the making of the Hobbit franchise. You know what I mean? Like I've been a big fan of these Hobbit movies since they started coming out. Like I said, I've never watched the Lord of the Rings ones yet. I still have the Blu-ray set over here, but I gotta get watching the Lord of the Rings ones. But I know the Hobbit ones are the ones that came first, and this is of course the conclusion of the whole Hobbit franchise, which leads into the Lord of the Rings franchise. And I gotta say, the extended edition has 20 minutes of additional footage not seen in the theatrical version of the film here. And if you're a fan of the films, you gotta get these collector's edition ones. But I gotta say, man, the behind-the-scenes special features, man, I always like the parentheses ones. They're always a lot of fun, like fly on the wall, kind of special features that I always dig. Like you can just put on and just like shut your mind off and just like veg out, and enjoy, the making of these films. But that's The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies, the extended edition here. And next up over here from Warner Brothers also is a film I saw with Gabriel a few months back, and that was The Vacation, the remake here, or sort of kind of remake here on Blu-ray, starring Ed Helms and Christina Applegate, who you guys all know from Married with Children and things. And this one right here follows Rusty Griswold, Clark Griswold's son, and his family now going on their family vacation to Wally World, because Rusty Griswold, played by Ed Helms, wants to reconnect with his family. He thinks they're not really as a close family as they used to be, and he wants to take his family on vacation. And he's like, you know what? I kind of like the vacation me and my family went on to Wally World when I was a kid, so I want to do this, with my family. And and that's the little adventure that they go on along the way. And I gotta say, man, this one is a little bit more raunchy than the original one from what I remember. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of like really raunchy comedy here, which I enjoyed and I really liked. And you also get cameos in here by Beverly D'Angelo and Chevy Chase themselves, the original family from the vacation movies. And I thought that was kind of cool. I wish their cameo was a little bit longer and a little bit more worth the hell, in my opinion. But I thought overall it was nicely cast. I like Christina Applegate as the mother of this family here. I've always been a big fan of her. You guys might give this one a chance. It's not as cool as the original ones at all. Vegas Vacation being my absolute favorite one of all time. But this one was a really decent watch. I really did dig it. Gabriel didn't like it whatsoever. And next up over here is a film from Disney. And I was just really highly expecting this one to be amazing. And that was Inside Out here on Blu-ray. This is a film about this young girl. And, she's just going through, problems in her family. Like her family is moving to a new town and things like that. And it's just the way she feels about everything. And this movie focuses on her feelings inside, like, happiness, what's it called? Sadness, anger, scaredness, or whatever it was, and you focus in on her feelings, and the movie, transports you inside of her body, inside of her mind, and how she feels, and how the feelings in her body control, what she does, and how she says things, and how her life goes. And I thought it was just a really beautiful movie, but I thought it could have been executed a little bit better. You know what I mean? Like, because I know the people at Pixar always put 100% into their, effort into their story making. But to me, this one right here didn't capture my imagination, like Toy Story, but it's nowhere near a bad movie. I absolutely enjoyed it. It looks absolutely beautiful on Blu-ray with the colors, that the Pixar crew brings you. I just thought it was kind of, maybe it was just the mood I was in when I was watching it or something. It was just kind of like I was expecting it to be like a cool Toy Story-ish kind of movie, with that gave me that kind of feeling like I got when I first watched the first Toy Story back in the day. I guess I'm still kind of searching for that feeling again. I don't know. But Inside Out here on Blu-ray, it's a really beautiful movie, a decent watch, but it's just, to me, not as memorable. Alright guys, and next up over here from Mill Creek is a complete series of a show that I've always really liked ever since I saw it on television back in the late 90s, and that is a show that's based in the 70s, and it's called That 70s Show, the complete series here on Blu-ray for the very first time in a complete series box set. If you guys have never seen That 70s Show before, it's pretty much about these 6 friends that live in Wisconsin, and it's just like a coming of age, story about these 6 friends getting into different little, mishaps and coming of age kind of stories with one another, and the kind of, mischief that they get into, back in the 70s. And this is a show that this revolves around their friendship and things, and I've always really liked it. I thought it was really super funny. My favorite character of the show was always the Fez, the foreign exchange kind of student guy that was there speaking all kind of weird, kind of like Balky, from Perfect Strangers. He kind of reminds me, of that character. And plus, the guy, Wilder Valderrama, the guy that played Fez, I used to play laser tag with at this old laser tag place I used to go to in like West Hills back in the day. It was just kind of a cool memory. But I just want to let you guys all know that the complete series of That 70s Show is out on Blu-ray now. It comes with all 8 seasons, all 200 episodes of the show in this complete series box set. It comes with like a felt cover here. It kind of feels kind of cool, like 70s style right here. It comes in a nice hard, box set with all 8 seasons up in there. Each season comes on 2 Blu-ray discs, and it comes in these little paper sleeves, which is okay because they're Blu-ray discs. They're not going to scratch that easily or anything like that. And you also get two discs of straight bonus features on here, with the cast and crew talking about the making of the show, and you get actually an HD trivia game in there with like Paul Stanley and what's it called, Gene Simmons and a whole bunch of other stars from the 70s, giving you trivia on the show itself, which I think is cool. And all episodes of this series here are all remastered in 1080p. But I just want to let you guys all know that 70s Show, the complete series, is out now on Blu-ray if you guys are a big fan, because Mill Creek released season 1 and 2 by itself, and then they jumped on over to the complete series pack. So I don't know if they're going to release the other ones separately or not, but you guys might want to jump up on this set right now. It's a really good deal on Amazon right now if you guys, you know, go up on there. But next up over here from Sony is a new horror comedy film that I was really interested in checking out, because this is the whole concept of it, and it's called The Final Girls here on Blu-ray. It's about this young girl named Max. At the beginning of this film, she loses her mom in a car accident which she's in also, and but her mom was like a big horror icon, kind of like a Jamie Lee Curtis type. But you know, she passes away. Now it's like a year or two anniversary of her mother's death, and her friends and her town are putting on this anniversary screening of the movie, that one of the big movies that her mom was in, called like Camp Bloodbath or something like that. And she's invited to the screening, you know, of this film, to go there just to, like, you know, be a part of it. And when she goes there with her friends, her and her friends get sucked in, you know, sucked into the movie itself, because there's like a big fire, you know, that happens in the movie theater, and her friends get sucked into the movie screen, and she finally gets to see her mom again. But it's not really her mom, it's her, you know, her mom's character from the film, you know, The Final Bloodbath, and it's just her friends inside this horror film trying to figure out where are they and how the hell did they get transported into this film. You know what I mean? Like they know when the, you know, the bad guy's gonna come and kill them, because when they hear you know, like the homage to Friday the 13th in here, and it's just pretty much them getting sucked into the film and trying to figure out how the hell they're gonna get out of this, you know, 1980s horror film that they got sucked into. It's a really fun, you know, super cool premise that I really kind of enjoyed. But like midway through the movie, I was kind of like, I'm kind of over it. But then like the last half, you know, like the last like 20 minutes of it, I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. You know, like it got cooler, but like the middle part of the film kind of, you know, dragged. You have to watch it. It's a great 80s homage to, like, you know, Friday the 13th and those movies of that time. And I just really dug the shit out of it. Definitely check this one out if you guys are, you know, slasher film fans. You guys will totally get a kick out of that. And next up over here from Lionsgate is a film. It stars Owen Wilson and Will Forte, and it's called She's Funny That Way here on Blu-ray. In this film, Owen Wilson plays this, you know, director of these plays on Broadway. He's putting on this, you know, this big production of this new play. And one day he orders like a call girl to his room, because he just wants to have some, you know, some time to talk to somebody, some time to spend with another woman. And he does so. He has this night with her, and, you know, this like amazing night with this call girl, until, like, you know, one night, you know, the next day or two, he's going to have auditions for the play that he's putting on, and this call girl, you know, comes in for this audition and ends up getting hired onto this, onto this play that he's doing. And but the thing is, his wife is there. His wife is part of the play, and, you know, all this, it's like a whole big, you know, kind of thing of him trying to, like, make sure his wife doesn't find out that he was with a call girl, and all this other kind of stuff. A lot of other things going on relationship-wise in this film. It's just kind of a mess. You know, in my opinion, there are some funny moments in here with Jennifer Aniston, you know, as a psychiatrist in here to the call girl herself, and a couple of other, you know, funny characters. It just didn't really keep my interest all the way through. Like, I love theater productions, you know, of plays and things, but I thought I was really gonna like it. I thought it was gonna be kind of like a Noises Off, you know, kind of a movie, kind of, but like it really wasn't. You know what I mean? It was just kind of you know, kind of sort of forgettable in my opinion here. But that's She's Funny That Way here on Blu-ray. If you like Jennifer Aniston, Will Forte, or Owen Wilson, you guys might want to, like, you know, give it like a chance at a Redbox. But it was just kind of forgettable. And next up over here from Universal is a film a lot of you guys wanted me to check out when I talked about it in a Hoarding Up video. So I decided to get my hands on one. And that is from Universal, is the Gift here on Blu-ray, starring Jason Bateman and Rebecca Hall here. It's pretty much about this couple, you know, that's moving into this new house. They don't think anything bad is ever going to happen to them. The husband has one of the best jobs on the planet. You know, she's like, you know, I don't know, she thinks life is going to be great until they move in together, and they're starting a new life in this new town that they live in, until they come across this one guy, the one weird strange guy that says, "Hey, I haven't seen you since high school." When it comes to Jason Bateman, they become sort of friends, and he invites himself over to their house for like a dinner, and strange things start happening to this little family as soon as this one guy comes into their lives. Like, you know, like, I don't want to ruin it for you guys. You have to watch it. It's a real fun psychological horror, not horror, but psychological thriller film that was really kind of it kept me on the edge of my seat going, what's going on here? Like, why is this stuff happening to this nice little family? And until it, kind of unravels itself, and you come to find out other things that's going on, that the family's not as perfect, as they seem to be in this movie. I thought it was really kind of fun, to be honest, guys. Like, Jason Bateman's really kind of cool. He's good at comedies and, dramas, and I was really surprised by his performance in this film. So if you guys see it out there, definitely give it a chance. I thought it was really kind of fun, to be honest. Alright guys, the next 4 films up here are from Twilight Time, also known as ScreenArchives.com, and the first one up is limited to 5,000, so if you guys are a fan of this film, you guys might want to jump up on this one quick, and that is John Carpenter's Vampires here on Blu-ray. This is a film I've always remembered watching when I was a little bit younger. Like, I got the VHS and then the DVD, of the film back in the day. This one stars James Woods as a, vampire hunter. He has this big crew of guys that go around taking out vampires, all around the world and things. And the thing is about James Woods' character in here, he's actually sanctioned, by the Vatican to go out there and take out these vampires. And he's on this mission to try to find the Mac Daddy vampire to take him out, so that he can wipe out the whole vampire race. And at the beginning of this film, him and his crew go to this place, take out a handful of vampires, but yet he doesn't know that one of these vampires is actually like the head vampire, of this whole gang. And later on that night, 99% of his crew gets taken out, gets murdered, gets massacred, and then it's pretty much James Woods' character trying to get revenge, to try to find the head vampire, to take him out and just kill the guy for taking out his whole crew. And this movie is his mission to do so. And I always thought this movie was really kind of cool, really wonderfully directed by John Carpenter, who you guys all know from who directed Halloween and Christine and a whole bunch of awesome flicks. This is not one of his best, most memorable films, in my opinion, but I've always really remembered this one. It has really fun vampire effects in this film. James Woods in this movie is just a complete and utter badass, man. Like I said, I've always remembered it. It looks absolutely beautiful in 1080p. I believe it's the first time it's ever been released in on Blu-ray here. On here you get a new audio commentary track by John Carpenter, and you get the making of the film here on Blu-ray. So if you're a fan of John Carpenter's Vampires, just want to let you guys all know that ScreenArchives.com has it on sale right now. It's limited to 5,000, so if you guys want to get your hands on one, you might want to jump up on it quick. And this next one up right here is limited to 3,000, and this is a film I haven't seen in many years, and that's called Strange Invaders here on Blu-ray. This one's pretty much like an homage to the 1950s, alien abduction, alien kind of movies that were coming out, back in the day. And it's pretty much about this young, what's it called, college professor whose wife is gone, or ex-wife is gone to go visit her family because her mother just passed away, and he has to take care, of his kid and things while the mom's going to go visit her family. And at the same time, she hasn't come back in a very long time. So he decides to go to the old town in the middle of nowhere to try to find out where his wife has been, where she's gone, what's going on. And as soon as he goes to this old town where his wife grew up and things, he's asking the police and different people in town, have you seen my wife, Carol Ann or wherever her name was? And people are like, no, who is that? Like, they don't know anything about her. They don't know what's going on. But as soon as he goes there, he starts witnessing crazy things. He starts seeing, people in the town start acting crazy, acting kind of weird about him. He sees like weird, specks of light pop around, and he starts to see aliens. You know what I mean? He starts to get chased by aliens, and it's pretty much him trying to figure out what the hell's going on and how the hell is he going to get out of the situation, and where the hell did his wife go? Kind of thing. It's kind of a real fun alien abduction thriller kind of film. Really enjoyed this one very much. On this Blu-ray here, you get an audio commentary track by the director and the original theatrical trailer. It's a really fun movie. Like, I was surprised that I haven't seen this one in many years. Like, I don't even think I own the DVD of this, to be honest. But this is a limited to 3,000 on ScreenArchives.com if you guys want to get a copy of this one. It looks beautiful on Blu-ray here. Really fun flick. And this next one up right here is not as fun as I thought it was going to be. It's a film I just wanted to see because of the cast that's in it, and that is called Scream and Scream Again here on Blu-ray. It's pretty much about this killer that's on the loose in London, that's, going around, sucking young women's blood and, leaving them for dead, and, going around committing murders and things. And it's pretty much about the police in London going around trying to figure out who's committing these murders and, what's going on, until they find out that this murderer may, you know, have gone into this, you know, one guy's house, this eccentric, you know, scientist guy who's played by Vincent Price, his character, and it's just them trying to figure out who's committing these murders all over this town. It's a real kind of confusing movie, like a lot of different plot points, a lot of different, you know, different things are going on in it. It cuts from like, you know, different storylines, different things, and I got really kind of confused on, you know, what I was watching in this thing. But the main reason why I wanted to see this movie, because it stars, is it called, like I said, it stars Vincent Price, Christopher Lee, and Peter Cushing, like, you know, great, you know, horror icons from like the 60s and 70s, from the, you know, the great Hammer horror films, you know, from back in the day. And I'm like, this is going to be cool. But the movie, you mostly see Vincent Price's character more than you see, you know, the other two guys in here. I mean, the other guys are in here, but you don't really get to see them that much in here. The movie looks nice on Blu-ray, I would say. You get audio commentary track on here by film historians. Yeah, you also get like radio spots and the theatrical trailer on here. Like, I was expecting it to be a lot cooler than it was, and I just really wasn't pleased by it, to be honest, guys. Like, it has really cool actors in it, but the movie was just kind of like a jumbled mess. And next up over here is Count Yorga Vampire. This is another film from Twilight Time. It's limited to 3,000 here. And this is actually, I remember a couple weeks ago I got the Return to Count Yorga on Blu-ray, which Scream Factory put out like a month or so ago, I believe. And this is, of course, the original film, and it's pretty much about this young lady named Donna. She lost her mom sort of at the beginning of this film, and like she's trying to, you know, reconnect with her mother somehow. And this guy, Count Yorga, comes over with her and a couple of her friends to have a seance to see if they you know, they can summon her mother's spirit so she can speak to her mother, you know, one last time, because the last person, you know, her mother saw before she died was Count Yorga. And yet they don't know Count Yorga is a vampire, and, you know, may or may not have done something, you know, with her mother. And then as soon as they do that seance thing, and one of the groups, you know, one of the, you know, couples leaves their house after the seance party, Count Yorga, you know, comes across them and does something to one of the ladies, and you have to come to find out what happens to like their friends and what Count Yorga is really up to, you know, when it comes to, you know, this young girl and her, you know, her friends and things. It's a really fun, you know, vampire flick. It's kind of like Dracula, but like an updated version, kind of cooler, you know, 70s style version. Because yeah, this film came out in 1970. It was kind of cool. It has some really fun, you know, vampire effects, and the last half of this movie is really kind of creepy. Like the last like 15-20 minutes really kind of keeps you on the edge of your seat. It was really kind of fun. So if you haven't seen Count Yorga before, I recommend this one a lot more than the Return to Count Yorga that came out from Scream Factory. This one's just a little bit better made, better paced, you know, film here. On this Blu-ray here, you get audio commentary tracks by film historians, original theatrical trailers, still galleries. Make sure you guys check this one out, guys. It's actually a really fun watch. And next up over here from Film Detective, I believe Film Detective is another Vincent Price movie, and it's called The Bat here on Blu-ray. It's pretty much about this crazy killer that's on the loose, that's going around, you know, committing murders and things, and his name's The Bat because he dresses all in black and he rips people's throats open, you know, with like metal claws. And it's about this young, this one writer lady that's moving into this new mansion to write a new book, a new novel, or what have you. And as soon as she goes there, her maid and the other people that live in this house are witnessing crazy goings-on outside of their house, and they think the Bat is out there to get them, and they're on the phone with the cops trying to get them to come over before the Bat can kill them. And it's just them, you know, them and the cops trying to figure out who is this killer going around, you know, committing these murders and ripping people's throats open. I thought this movie was really kind of fun. I really dug it. It even stars what's it called, what's her name again? Grave Gordon, the lady that plays Darla Hood from the original Our Gang series, is in here in her final film role. If you like old school Vincent Price movies, you guys might really dig this one. It was really a lot of fun, to be honest. And this next one up is probably the better one of the two I just showed you here, and that is another one from Film Detective, and it's called The Bucket of Blood, here on Blu-ray for the very first time. This is actually an old school 1959 Roger Corman flick. It's a really, really fun movie. It's about about this, I forgot the character's name now, let me look it back here. It's about this young guy named Walter. He's kind of a weird kind of guy. He works in this like art shop, coffee shop kind of place where people go and perform poetry and show off their art pieces and things, and he wants to become an artist like everyone else that he sees at this coffee shop. But yet he's kind of strange, he's kind of weird, people kind of make fun of him and things. Until one day he's at home, he's messing with clay, you know, like something they can like make a clay pot out of, and he's trying to like make a sculpture out of something. He wants to be known as like the greatest artist on the planet, until his landlady comes knocking on his door saying, hey, have you seen my cat? He's kind of, you know, gone missing and things, until he finds out that the cat is in the walls of his apartment, and he's trying to get the cat out of his walls. But in the meantime, he kills the cat by stabbing the cat in his back or his side or whatever. And he doesn't want to tell the landlady that he killed the landlady's cat, so he decides to put the cat in clay and then bring it on over, you know, to the art museum or whatever, and the people go crazy for it. And it's him going, oh my god, people like my art, even though they don't know it's a real dead cat inside this molding of this supposed dead cat. It's a really fun movie. Then he just takes it on further and further by killing people and putting them in clay. Really fun, really fun movie I've never seen before until I got this Blu-ray, and I was just really blown away by it. You know, it's like only like 66 minutes long. It goes really fast, but it's just really fun. Like I really love this movie. Like I can't recommend this one enough, guys. Alright guys, and last up for my update today is from Accelerator Media here, and it's called Breaking Through here on DVD. It's about this young like 18-year-old girl named Casey. She has this dance crew that she has with her friends. They make these dance videos and put them up on YouTube and things. She wants to become a YouTube star because she sees all these other dance crews getting millions and millions of views, you know, on their dance videos that they do, and she thinks they're as good as them or even better. And she doesn't know why her videos only get like 20 views or 100 views a video. They've been doing it for a year, and they don't know why they haven't been noticed yet. And it's in her stuck in this dead-end job sort of at a department store or Home Depot kind of place, just like, what am I supposed to do? Because her mom's giving her problems about, you know, you gotta join the corporate life and make some money and make something of yourself. But she has this dream of becoming a famous dance star, and it's all of her, you know, her trying to like live her dream out. If you guys like movies like Step Up and you know, the breaking movies, and you like, you know, like dancing movies in general, you guys will dig it like I did. But it's definitely not an amazing movie whatsoever, but I did enjoy it because I like movies like this. You know what I mean? Like the acting's kind of like whatever, the storyline's kind of like, oh, alright, you want to be famous on YouTube, okay, you know what I mean? But like it was a decent watch, to be honest, guys. But that's Breaking Through here on DVD. If you guys like dancing movies, check it out. But that's all I have to talk to you guys about today for this Blu-ray DVD update portion of the video. Now it's time to unbubble the package, you know, of movies that I got offline a couple days ago. So let's unbubble this and you know, see what's in this bad boy here. Unbubble, bubble. Let's unbubble this bad boy. Alright, I got this bad boy open. I'm gonna put this down here, and I'm going to show you guys one at a time, you know, what I got here. These are all DVDRs or bootlegs, as you guys would like to say. These are all movies that have never been released on DVD or Blu-ray. Some of which I don't even think that, one of them I don't even think has ever been released on VHS, and if it has, let me know. And the first one up here is stars Gary Coleman, and that was one of the main reasons why I wanted to see it. That, and I love movies that have to do with money, like Brewster's Millions and things. And it's called On the Right Track here on DVD, bootleg style, starring Gary Coleman. I believe it's like him, you know, a little kid that's stuck in this terminal, not terminal, but like a train station. He lives in one of the lockers and things, but yet he has like the insight to pick numbers and make people a lot of money. I don't know. I really remember something about this, but of course it's like, you know, like on a DVD-R disc and things. I got it off the iOffer. And this other thing I got right here is a movie. I just hope the quality is better than the VHS, because I've never seen it on DVD before ever, and I remember watching the VHS all the time. It stars Patrick Stewart, and it's called Masterminds here on DVD. Like, it's another, you know, DVD-R disc and things, and it's just one of those movies. It's kind of like Die Hard, but like a teenage version of Die Hard, about a kid going into like this rich preppy school to try to get his you know, save his sister and the people that are in the school from these terrorists that are, you know, taking over this you know, this little elementary school or high school or whatever it is. I don't know. I've always kind of remembered this, especially this cover. You know what I mean? Like, I know I still have the VHS downstairs. I just hope this picture quality is a little bit better. And the last thing up here is another one that's a DVD-R disc, but I think it's been released officially on DVD, but it's like goes for outrageous prices on eBay. I seen like $100 or more for it. I'm like, I can't spend that kind of money on a DVD. But I love this movie. I can't wait till like Shout Factory or some company puts out a Blu-ray of this with like an interview with Chuck Norris or something. And that is Sidekicks here. And it's just one of those ones I've always really liked. Always watched the VHS over and over and over again. This is another movie. I don't know why it hasn't been released on Blu-ray or like a, you know, a really good DVD set that's, you know, been out so people can actually buy. But if you guys have seen this movie before, definitely tell me your thoughts down below, because I've always loved this one. Really, really fun. But that's all I got in the mail, guys, was these 3, you know, DVDRs or bootlegs here off ioffer.com. Hopefully the picture quality is okay. If they're not, I'm going to be one sad puppy. Thanks, guys, for watching. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time.